It is not very often that you see England start the World Cup with a lot of goals in their first game, but they've done it this time. The last time we saw something like this was in 2018 against Panama when they won 6-1, and this looks like a repeat of the same thing. This time, this is not against Panama, this is against one of the strongest sides in the tournament, Croatia. Now, we know Croatia are probably not going to win the tournament, but they have always been a very difficult team to beat, and they were in the semi-finals of the last tournament. So this is not a team that you can joke with. And in this game, you saw how good England were in terms of putting the ball in the net. Yes, they conceded four. And if you think about it properly, both teams will be happy with some things and sad about some things because on the plus side for both teams, they scored goals. The negative side is that they conceded a lot of goals. But more importantly for England, a win is a win. And we have to talk about how good Harry Kane has been because if these guys are going to go very far in this tournament, Harry Kane is going to be a very important factor for them. So, overall, it's a good win for England. Can they brush things up? Can they try and show up their defense a bit? Yes. Croatia, back to the drawing board, but I do think that these two teams are the strongest teams in this group. Yes, no disrespect to Ghana, no disrespect to Panama, but objectively, these are the two strongest teams in the group. But it was an interesting game and honestly, one of the most entertaining games I've seen so far in this tournament. But if we're going to talk about anything first in this game, the first person we have to talk about is Harry Kane. I'm going to say this now, and I'm not saying it with any doubt in my mind. The most important player for England this tournament is Harry Kane. If they're going to win this tournament, Harry Kane is going to be one of the major players that's going to give them this tournament victory. Now, will they win it? It's a matter of time. England haven't won any trophy since 1966, so we're going to 60 years now. Can this be the time? Maybe, maybe not. It's open to anyone, but there's still a lot to fight for. There's still a lot to go for. But if anything is going to happen in terms of victory for England in this tournament, it definitely is going to go through Harry Kane. He scored 2 goals in this game. The first goal was a penalty, and to be fair, he missed the first one, but it was actually saved by the goalkeeper. And he was just off his line. And he took it again, and he took that with so much conviction to the same place. And you're like, Harry Kane. Harry Kane is such a player that you know that he's always going to give you 100%. And that was just it for that penalty. And I think it was just a fantastic finish. And he still ended up getting a second goal just before halftime. And it's like 2 goals already in the first game. Harry Kane is now in and among the names for getting the golden boots for this tournament. And I think with the way he's been playing this season, especially carrying on from his form for Bayern Munich this season, I see a world in which he's going to score a lot of goals in this tournament. So, like I said, Harry Kane is probably the most important player for England in this tournament, and I think he will be a very important part for them going forward. Next up, we have to just talk about how the attack is just doing well in general. I think the fact that they were able to score 4 goals in this game, and to be fair, there were a lot of saves by the Croatian goalkeeper. So I think about it, and I just say that generally England were really good in this game, scoring 4 goals. And then the goalkeeper had to make 7 saves. That's Livaković. I will get to him very soon. But it just shows that this is a side that's actually strong and ready to make the attack click. And I think the attack was fantastic in this game. Scoring 4 goals against Croatia is not simple. It is not that simple because Croatia are a strong side as well. So when you think about it, with Jude Bellingham getting in on the goals and then Marcus Rashford scoring that 4th goal to seal the deal, I think it was just a really good game from England, if we're being honest. Now, obviously, defensively, they will look at this game and say that there was a lot that they did not do right. And I think if you look at the 2 goals they conceded, I just think the English defense could have been a lot better and a bit more alert. I think for the first one, they just did not close the spaces. They didn't close in on the players. And it was a really good goal. I'm not going to lie to you. The finish was really good. Maybe Bigfoot could have done a bit better, but I think more importantly, the defenders and the people around the players who ended up getting in on the goals should have probably gotten closer and closed up the space a bit more. But at the end of the day, when you win, these are things that you look at and just be like, okay, we need to tune this up or we need to change this in our next game. But the fact that they were able to win is the most important thing. But these 2 goals that they conceded, especially the second one as well, I just think there was just a lack of awareness of what was going on. The movement by Perisic for that second goal was really good. And ultimately, I think it was also a really good goal that was scored by Musa. So I think when you look at it, definitely England needs to work on their defense. It was not perfect, but they need to work on it. And that's one thing that I think has to be worked on as soon as possible. But when you look at it, I would say that there were just concentration lapses in terms of the goals, and they could have done a bit better and just been a bit more alert. I think England do have some good defenders, but it was just not great from them today. So I think it's one of those situations where it was just a lack of concentration, and Croatia could have been a bit more clinical in a few situations. But I don't think with the way this game went that they were ever going to score more goals than England, because England were amazing. Now, when you think about it in terms of Croatia, I think Livaković had a very, very good game. He made 7 saves in this match. 7 saves. And he still conceded 4. That shows how good England were in terms of getting chances and putting them on targets, because obviously if you have 7 shots on target, it means you had more than 7 shots in the game. So looking at how many shots England had a total of 11 shots in this game. 11 shots on target in this game, 22 shots in total. So I mean, when you think about it, I think Livaković had a fantastic game, but if not for making 7 saves, this could have been a lot worse. So Croatia definitely needs to be very careful in terms of their defending, because I don't know how this game just ended up as just 4 goals, because apart from their goalkeeper, there was a lot of trouble that they had in this game. The silver lining is that they were able to score 2 very good goals, and I think the movement for those goals was very good to see. Will they be able to do that against Panama? I am quite confident that they will do that against Panama. Will they be able to do that against Ghana? I think Ghana are not at their strongest right now, so they could still be able to do that as well. So Croatia can look at this game and say, okay, at least we got 2 good goals. We definitely need to work on our defense. We definitely need to work on not getting people too many chances to shoot the ball, because, I mean, to be fair, you can say that England have a very good attack, but still, if that was the final, what excuse are you going to give? You get the point. So I don't think it was good enough from them in general. But in the grand scheme of things, I'm recording this before the Ghana game has started, or it's about to start. I think these 2 teams are still the best 2 teams, and I think they'll finish first. At the very least, I expect England to finish first. I don't know if Croatia, if they don't improve, I think they may end up finishing third. Now, I think they will still be able to get to the round of 32, because I think they could be one of the best third-place teams. But I think overall, these 2 teams that just played between England and Croatia are still the best 2 teams. Ghana will be licking their lips in terms of beating Panama. So let's see what Ghana can do. But overall, I think England have set the tone and they've done what they have to do to stay first and finish first, or start first and finish first. And I think that's what they're probably going to do. And for Croatia, I think they just have to win their next 2 games, because if they don't, then they're in big trouble. So, I mean, the path is there, but they need to work on their defense. In terms of scoring, I think they will still be able to score against Ghana. I think they will still be able to score against Panama, but they need to shore up that defense, because even if they get past this round, they're going to have a very difficult task in the round of 32 or the round of 16. And with that defensive display, it's not going to work for them. They're going to find themselves out of this tournament early. So that's one thing they have to improve. But that's just my thoughts on this England versus Croatia game. Make sure you like the video, share with someone who might enjoy this kind of content. Please subscribe. We're getting closer and closer to 1,000 subscribers, and I appreciate if you could join this growing family. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.